Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Heavy Arms Zero, aka Ford, aka Silver Lightning, in the Nightingale, which was another recipient of the festival buffs last month. Got some interesting abilities. It can now fire its rifle while boosting when it's in its resonance mode. That resonance mode also gives it power accelerator and I believe aerial melee. A higher level of it too, so it gains power from aerial melee attacks as opposed to losing a little bit like you do at level 1. And yeah, it's got a lot going for it at this point. It is of course a gigantic target, which is a thing, but yeah, it's in a good place. It looks like to me. They also made all of its downswings stronger. The 4-saber one, the single saber one, yeah, both got a power up there. And yeah, it's it's looking pretty good. It seems like it has enough defense and resistances to actually survive getting in most of the time. Oh wow, that downswing did about half that suit's health. I think that was a support, but yeah, yeah, and yeah, heavy is now in resonance range, so yeah, that downswing really good. Yeah, so he can fire the rifle while boosting now, which means also, being able to fire it while using flap boosters. That's not the worst news. And yeah, I have tried to use this, but a lot of the aerial suits, especially Nightingale, is kind of, again, a large target and a little bit slow for an aerial suit, in my opinion. So it's kind of tough for me to use. But man, Heavy is absolutely tearing up with it. Yeah, there's the Vulcans, which were, yeah, one of the first weapons you could actually use while boosting with it. Chest beam gun's still not usable that way, which is a shame because that's like one of the best things on Sosby. I mean, I guess, they don't need to behave identically, obviously, but it's kind of weird that it does not do that. That said, probably just something about the shape of the body, honestly, and the way it has to move. And the fact that it cannot get between those buildings, because yeah, it's enormous. It was, I forget whether this was an early draft for the Sosby or was designed to be the novel version after the fact. I want to say the latter. There is a suit that was called, among other things, the Nightingale, that Mamoru Nagano designed for during the development of Char's counterattack, along with the High Streamer Gundam and a couple other things. But yeah, Nagano had the unfortunate habit of Bandai asking that he not be the main mecha designer for Gundam productions because the model kit sales for Heavy Metal Elgime were apparently not very good. Heavy Metal Elgime, incidentally, is out on Blu-ray today in North America, so if you've never seen it, it is out there to see. But yeah, so Yutaka Izubuchi came on board, who had done some work on Double Zeta and was at that point was already a very seasoned mechanical designer, and I think had already done a lot of monster designs for Super Sentai, and designed all the Char's counterattack suits and the Gundam 0080 suits as well. Also, I believe the new Pat Labor is out, speaking of Izubuchi designs. I don't think he did the ones for the new Pat Labor, but everything prior, I believe, was his. Let's see. But yeah, so far, Enemy Team has managed to catch up a little bit, but, Heavy is still doing pretty well. Oh, and I now just finally noticed they have 2 Nightingales. I kept seeing one go by, but I thought it was on the enemy team. There may be one there too. But yeah, they also, I believe, upped the build stun value of the funnel rush attack. So yeah, it is, again, I think it kind of demands a very large map, which this is. Massive Impact Site is, as GBO2 maps go, pretty massive. But yeah, it's a good suit. Like I said, I still have trouble with it, but I have seen people do really well with it, and I have fought people who were scary in it. So, and I swear that dodge roll. Heavy just did not move him at all, which is just kind of funny. Ah, good counter. Yeah, he just went into resonance after the counter was over, so he did not get the added bonuses for counters that come with that. I believe it gets a special counter that does more damage, and I forget whether it has one of the stat boosting counters or not. It is, I believe, a 4-star, so probably it does. Let's see, 700 as always, and yeah. I keep looking at the model kit, but even, it is, I think it's, well, there's actually, as I recall, a Re-100 version of this beast, so yeah, that is, well, like I keep saying, very angry office building. That's pretty much where we're at with some of these. So, but yeah, I think about getting some of the big ones, but I still haven't put together my C and Penelope. So that, and I got those on clearance like between Hathaway movies years ago. So do still kind of think about the Elysius, but yeah, I have, from what I've seen, the mass production new Gundam inside is not really designed for, individual consumption. So hopefully that will get its own dedicated kit release sometime, because it is a nice design. And the Elysius is kind of expensive, because it is, again, very, very large. If you're in the market for some Gunpla, though, Amazon's doing its pre-Prime Days thing. A few of the G-Quux kits are on sale. I think the G-Quux itself is down to like 15 last I looked. So yeah, that is a good kit for $15. That is I have not disliked any of the G-Quux kits to date, and I believe, yeah, about another 2 weeks and the Hamburby from G-Quux will be out in Japan, which definitely want that. But yeah, I see a lot of the problem I was having with the Nightingale is just I was not using it on good maps, which is kind of a problem I have when I get like determined to try something or try and get a video with it. I do not pay attention to what map it's on. Sometimes that works out, like with the Zero Shiki round from the other day, and sometimes it very much does not. But yeah, this, if you have the space to run it, it looks like it can be a beast, and if not, you're just going to get pinned down and stabbed a lot. But looks like Heavy and his team have got this under control. That was a tremendous amount of, yes, the pop fly effect. I do enjoy that about flap boosters. I can't help it. If you get knocked out of the air when you're using flap booster, you just go straight up, which can give the enemies a lot of time to capitalize. But yeah, that was a really good round. Looks good in those colors too. 7720 out of 17,000, 186,000 damage. Very nice. And the final count is 10-2. Very nice. All right, well, thank you for sending that my way, Heavy, and that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Okay, so yeah, Nightingale got another 4,000 hit points at level 1, went from 29 to 33. Got an extra slot in each of the 3 locations, went from 17, 18, 17 to 18, 19, 18. Instead of Psycho Frame Resonance level 2, it now has its own special version, Psycho Frame Resonance C. The C, of course, is Char. Got a higher level emergency evasion system, which is still double dodge roll, but it is more boost efficient, so you'll have more boost left over when you're done. Back add-on buffer went from level 3 to 4. On the second level Nightingale, it went from 4 to 5. High performance thruster control system, which I believe combined some boost and turn speed skills, went from level 1 to level 3. Yeah, its rifle can now be fired while boosting with the resonance skill active. Normal fire heat rate went down to 75% from 80. It does more build stun. The first level charge consumes less heat and also has more build stun. And then third stage has less heat, so it's not bad. Beam Tomahawk's base power went up to 3,200. They also increased the downswing, so of course downswings are, to my recollection, multipliers of the base melee score. So yeah, that means the downswing has gotten much stronger. Weapon switching time shortened, so easier to swap to it. Chest Vulcans fire faster. The quad sabers also got 200 points of power, from 3,100 to 3,300 at level 1, and their downswing also got increased in power. And yeah, it looks like after defenses, like that three-part downswing, when heavy used it, was doing like between 21 to 2,900 per slash. So yeah, that's pretty good. Chest megaparticle cannon power went from 4,000 to 4,500 at level 1, and heat rate consumption went down to 90% from 95. So yeah, a little bit harder to overheat, and a little bit and stronger. So nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Yeah, the focused fire, that's the rush funnels, I believe. They got more build stun. They fire faster. The rush funnels were already the fastest firing of the various funnel attacks, and they're quicker to swap to. Um, the new resonance skill gets just improved stats in general. It gives power accelerator level 3, which allows you to cancel out of a weapon clash or a bounce faster. You can, that is, boost cancel out of that. Aerial melee system level 2, which is melee in the air with increased attack power, and yeah, you can use the rifle while you're boosting. So pretty good overhaul here, I would say. And interestingly, at level 1, it's, in terms of win rate, it was not too far off. It was at 47.3. The average for raids at the moment is 47.5, which is pretty low, but there's some really vicious generals at that cost. But the other stats kind of justify why you'd want to upgrade it. Rival win rate was down about 7%. 45.1 is the raid average. 38.8 is where Nightingale was. It was about 10,000 points down on average damage dealt, 92 versus 102. And MS losses were up. 3.6 is the average. 4.0 is where it's at. Now at 750, where raids are doing significantly better, it was still at 47% win rate. So yeah, when judged against 50.4, you can see where they were coming from. Rival win rate is 49.4 on average for raids at 750. It was at 42. Damage about only a tiny bit higher than the 700, and the average, of course, has crept up by about 2K. So yeah. However, losses were lower. That's interesting. I guess the increased number of slots tended to give people enough to get better defense on there. I don't know, but regardless, yeah, it definitely needed some help, and yeah, it is. I want to go back and try it again. I just am going to need the right circumstances and the right state of mind to get anything decent with it myself. So, once again, really appreciate Heavy sending this my way.